What's up, YouTube? So I was supposed to been did was it? I can't never get the pronunciation correct. Let me turn my fans off. Hold up. Oh, it's Ophiucus. That's what it is. Ophiucus. I didn't do the future read for Ophiucus. So, I'm going to do that. And probably, because initially, I started with Aquarius for the October readings. But I'm going to start with Capricorn this time because that's the first one of the year. So we're going to do that one. And then maybe, if I'm not all drained and shit, then I'll do Aquarius. Alright. So, universe. Hold on, wait, we gotta flip the cards around. Gods and goddesses in the universe, what do we have to tell for the future for Ophiucus? Also, for this reading for the future, you get the whole rest of the deck for the clarification after the 10 cards are on the table. What do we have to tell for the future for Ophiucus? This is from November 29th through December 17th. Alright, we got these 3 cards here. We got the Hermit, 9 of Diamonds, King of Clubs, and King of Hearts. Okay. Okie dokie. We have the 5 of Spades and the 9 of Hearts. Got 5 cards, need 5 more. Eight of Diamonds. So we got 2 9s, 2 kings, a 5, and 8. We have the 8 of Spades here, 8 of Swords in reverse. Now you got 2 8s. Oh shit. It seemed like, for the most part though, it's positive. There's no telling because fate can always change. Things can always change. This is a little different from, actually a whole lot different from the Sagittarius or the Scorpio reading for the future. This is still for the month of October, which is late as hell, but you get what you get when you get it. We can damn near say this is kind of going into November though. We have the uh, I call it the Kabuki mask. Let me get the actual name of it though, because I'm trying to do better with that one. The Joker. The Fool. Freedom, Fearlessness. Which, it could be good in some ways, depending on the situation. This is in the upright. We got 8 cards out. 7 of diamonds. We got the 8 of diamonds and the 7 of diamonds. The way that I see these cards though is like treading backwards. Like 2 steps forward or 10 steps forward and then 2 steps back kind of situation. Like you about to start something, but then you about to okay, so let me try to figure out how to say this. Like, you have a plan, but then it kind of gets rearranged, so you still have that goal in mind, but it's like you gotta rearrange how it happens instead of going with what you were originally planning and having in mind from beginning. So 8 of clubs here in the upright. Alright, we got 10 cards. We got 10 cards out. Okay, now you go through each one, have an explanation for each one, and then boom, the deck for the clarification. Okay, I'm kind of curious to find out, doing the November reads, even though it's late as hell, if the readings is going to be similar or different to the ones in October. Or, yeah. I think. I know we all the way like, hold on, wait. Not October, November. Because that's when I started. So, November readings, fuck it. It don't even matter. Whenever it happens is when it happens. So, October, November, boom. And then we in December right now. So, whatever was going on in October and November, we basically talking about what's more than likely happening right now or about to happen for Ophiucus. Okay, so 9 of diamonds, the Hermit. So I'm trying to do more, like I said, with reading this book and also going off of my natural instincts, because sometimes I feel like my instincts can be a little fucked up, but for the most part they be on point. So 9 of diamonds, the Hermit. Sacrifice without regret, self-care. So this is in the upright. So it seems like Ophiucus, you are either, you got people in your life that you have been basically busting your ass for, or being nice, or basically being something that you are not, and more than likely is taking a toll on your emotions, because you are becoming more I want to say like grounded with yourself. Like, you putting yourself on punishment for trying to do good for other people, even though it's good, but then it's not good at the same time, because like people get their karma, but at the same time, sometimes you don't have to be the one to dish it out. sometimes you can focus on other things, but that is just me saying what I'm trying to say as far as being positive and giving advice. But more than likely, it seems like this is going to be a trend for COVID-19, as far as people going out their way and doing things for other people that they don't want to do. Um, it's not very happy right now because, like I said, well, I don't know if I said it on my channel, but uh, basically COVID-19, the way that I look at it, it's a plague and it's a Great Depression. We got thousands of people dying compared to all the other um, diseases like H1N1 and the what is it? I don't even remember the other ones, honestly, but over the years that we've had, that didn't last as long as this one. This one, people at first was like, nah, it ain't legit, it's not for real, but it definitely is. But it's like a trick to the motherfucking disease, basically. It's not like the flu. It has common symptoms to the flu, but not everybody get the same symptoms. Some people get the ones that's up top of the symptom list, and some people get the ones that's on the bottom, or you kind of get every other one, but you don't get every single one. Like some people can't taste, and some people they get the muscle weakness and shit. Like you don't all the way feel sick, but you feel not yourself, basically. So, okay. For King of Clubs, it is the Magician. Skills transformation. That's interesting, from going from 9 of Diamonds to the King of Clubs, because it's like you going from, like I was just talking shit, like you going from doing shit, going out your way and being like gullible, basically, for other people, to skill and transformation. But I recall seeing this card also for Scorpio, so it's like maybe this is like a slow transformation, possibly. But we also got the King of Hearts here, so I, going off instinct, feel like this got to do with relationship. Um, but let's see. We're gonna read in the book, and then I'm gonna tell you what I think after that. I got my incense going. I got the candles going. I want to get some more candles though, because one of my candles is like almost dead. So yeah. So okay. This is sensitivity and creativity channeled into professional success. I don't know about that. If it's anything with sensitivity and creativity, maybe possibly Ophiucus could be trying to be more creative as far as what to try that's different in a relationship. Some people take their relationships in a different manner, as far as some people are just like all lovey-dovey and mushy-gushy about it, and then some people are like a parent about it. So might have a plan in mind as far as what you're gonna do next to try to figure out where to go forward with a relationship, or like the plans that I was saying that you probably have in mind, it can be delayed, but it's not going to be delayed for as long as it has been before in the past. 5 of spades. Let's see here. Sometimes the book just be opening right up to where I'm looking, like it's like magic. Woo. Okay, it's 5 of spades. Possible disappointment, a difficult opponent. So, like I said, with the 9 of diamonds, with you dealing with the person that or people that you've been trying to be nice to or do good deeds for, and more than likely they didn't deserve it. It's gonna be a conflict in that situation. I'm not sure if it could be a long conflict. As far as the back and forth arguments or threats or whatever it is that a person could possibly be trying to do. I always love to say, like, if you into video games, spiritual warfare, that shit, I believe that is real as fuck. Motherfuckers be out here using their spirits to run around and either cause crime against other people, like, cause you could definitely be fucking somebody up and they could feel that shit through their spirit and shit, or it could be sexually. Okay, so it could be people trying to still use like black magic also on people and trying to mess them up as far as like making them do dumb stuff or whatever. And we have the 9 of hearts here. So let's just go to that in the book. Boom, right there. Selflessness, excess. Because of the 5 of spades being before this card, you might go out your way and do something that you didn't want to do and you didn't need to do, but I always want to make sure that I keep this like positive or whatever. So in the process of you doing the deeds that you're doing for these people that aren't good karma will more than likely come in the process, because we got the 8 of diamonds here. And I always look at it as you going to be able to write your way, like write your future, be able to make decisions of how you want to live your life, because some people have it set like God is just taking the wheel and you got to do whatever you got to do as far as karmic situations and karmic cycles. You have to do whatever it is that they want you to do to be able to repent for your situation, whether you choose to or not. And if you continue to fuck yourself up, basically it's going to just be worse on you in life, and whatever you was hoping for in life, you're not gonna get there. Okay, 8 of diamonds, comfort achieved through work and persistence. So the way that I see it, what comes to mind is through all the thinking and figuring things out and planning things out, depending on whoever it is. Like I said, it could be like with some people, it depends on the situation. Some people have relationships and some people are on their own. So if you're in a relationship, then you are slowly but surely figuring things out, and in the end it's going to be positive. Things are going to go the way that you are expecting from what I see in the cards, and you'll be pretty comfortable. And if you're not in a relationship, then more than likely you're just going to be comfortable with what you have going on right now, to a certain extent. It's like you're going to be like 50% happy but not 100%. But you're going to get there as long as you continue to just focus on what you're supposed to do. Okay. Now we have the Eight of Swords, Eight of Spades here. So, okay. We're just dropping the book. Somebody don't want this to be said, but okay. It's coming out either way. Alright, justice, reason, and fairness. It's in the reverse. So, if you expecting like some type of reward for whatever situation, like say a motherfucker just came at you crazy and you expect an apology from them, you will never get an apology from them in your life. They are stuck on their emotions and they're definitely going to continue to stay with that emotion. They feel like they are valid with how they feel, because some people are very stubborn, so they're going to just continue to be an ass or whatever. They're not going to change, basically. So if you expect to eventually have a better relationship with this person, whoever it is in your life that is causing you issues, it's not gonna happen. All right, now we have, for me to say that, and then like the Fool, the Joker card is right after. Freedom and fearlessness. More than likely, the gods and goddesses are telling you, like, for you to, I don't know, like, this is just about to just flow out because it just came into mind. But if you're that type of person that likes to give advice, but you don't take your own advice, then you might want to take your own advice because you're looking kind of stupid. Freedom and fearlessness. You are definitely more than likely a person that is big on freedom and fearlessness, but when it comes to certain people, you probably have like an inch of fear because of the way that y'all have probably spent time together in life or whatever. But you probably more like the bigger person in this situation. And even though people are older than you, that does not mean that the maturity level is equivalent to their age. You can be more older than them in maturity than they are to you, basically, if that makes sense. Some people just childish as fuck, and you probably more mature, so boom. So eventually, it's like the gods and goddesses is saying to leave the situation alone. And if you continue, if you continue to deal with the situation, you're just gonna keep having stress and irritation. Basically, basically not happy over just one person for no reason, and don't let that person interrupt your happiness, basically. Seven of Diamonds, the star, hope, and healing. If you go down the route of let go, let God, basically, and move forward from the people of your past if they have caused you too much heartache and stress, then Ophiucus, is that what it is? Or is that, yep, that's what it is. You have the opportunity to be able to heal from the situation. More than likely, it'll be quick, because it's like, if you think and go down memory lane of the shit that you've been through with certain people, and you weigh out the positives and the negatives, and if the negatives is kind of just hitting rock bottom, and the positives is more up here, then boom, keep them in your life. But if it's the other way around, then maybe just drop it, because it's not gonna get no better from here, basically. They gonna continue to feel how they feel, and you gonna feel how you feel. Some people, like, I was on the phone with my mom one day, and I was just like, sometimes one moment you feel like your opinion is over mine, but like, I'll be telling you shit, and then boom, it actually happens, and you be salty that I was right. So, but she was like, sometimes you just gotta agree to disagree. So I was like, it is what it is. I don't care. Okay. Ace of Clubs, strength. Overcoming desire, building trust, courage. I think that with this card, it's a big chance you move past whatever it is that was bothering you, and you had to work on loving yourself before you can work on loving anybody else. And if you continue to allow a person to disrupt how you feel about yourself, then you're never going to love yourself, okay? Because you're going to continue to allow that person to talk down to you and make you feel shitty about yourself, and then you're going to believe it. And then you're going to be like, damn, is that true? Shit. But it's not. And you know that it's not. So don't let people take advantage of your emotions. Especially because they know you're a sensitive person. We have the Two of Hearts here in the in the upright. It's the Temperance card, balance and moderation. So we went from trust and what was it? Hold on, because I want to make sure we get this all the way out. All the way out. Okay. Well, gotta go to the back pages. Here we go. Overcoming desire, building strength, courage. Okay. Overcoming desire. More than likely, you have urges in you that you are not really taking part of for whatever reason. It more than likely has to do with courage, because of you not, like, some people are shy or whatever, and they still be trying to be tough or whatever, but they not all the way. So, be true to self. That's all I'm gonna say. Overcoming. Eventually, it seems like you could get there, because we got the balance and moderation. Temperance. You can be working on calming yourself, centering yourself. Meditation is great. Having moments to self and thinking from time to time is definitely great. I definitely have that a lot lately. And I definitely will say, like, I did it when I was younger because I would have moments when I was like super depressed, crying, and all types of shit. But when you have that moment to just shut everything out and do whatever it is that you feel that will help you center yourself. Some people play different types of music. It doesn't make a difference as long as it's not something that's going to um, make you be like all turned up and shit, because that definitely defeats the purpose of centering yourself and calming yourself. You basically rallying yourself up to be like uh ready to fight, basically. So that's the opposite of calming. um but taking a moment to think, not talking to people, um because people are big distractions. Everybody is connected in some kind of way in the universe, so they know what's going on with you, whether they know like exactly or they just got an idea. And people like to distract you from what you're trying to do. So if you allow them to distract you, you allowing them to um, mess with your character. And I don't feel like I'm gonna allow people to continue to mess with my character, especially if I'm on a mission to do something else with myself. Like, them people should not even matter. Okay, so that is balance and moderation explanation for you. Okay, now we have the Nine of Clubs here. I got the fan on. I ain't got COVID-19. I went through it already like 2 times. Okay. Clarity, simplicity, new life. The sun. So, like I was saying, once you have the time to think and do whatever it is that makes you feel calm and figure out things, then you will have a better sense of intuition, I should say. Better, more clarity, more things in your life that's simple and not like all over the place. It's not a problem to have simple sometimes, because if you got like shit all over the place in your life, you ain't gonna make it to where you want to be. You gonna keep being like I said in the beginning, you 10 steps forward and then boom, 2 steps back. Continuing to have distractions is going to always be a downfall. New life, from what I see though, is like once you get to the point of figuring some things out, it's gonna be a slow but steady um progression as far as being able to get to where you want to be, whether it be relationship, business, financially. um some people new cars, some people license, some people, like if you planning for life insurance or babies or whatever the case may be, you'll be able to plan it as long as you don't let people get in the way. You will have like a new scenery, basically a new revolution, if that makes sense. We have the Nine of Clubs here. Automatically I get like sibling reference. um that's just what comes to mind. and it says the enthusiastic pursuit of new venture. So sibling and new venture. I just kind of get that it's gonna be like a fight, basically, which is like terrible because of the whole explanation of being chill. Obviously, Ophiucus, you're not that type of chill person, or you don't want to be, or you just got a standard to how you want your character to be towards other people, how you want people to look at you or whatever. So I don't know. I have my moments when I'm like, if I'm mad as fuck or whatever, and um and I want to make a point like, you ain't about to be making me look stupid or whatever. So now we gotta fight. What's up? It is what it is type of situation. And then boom, that probably might help you feel better, but it definitely has its repercussions as far as maybe legal issues or injuries, whatever it is. Maybe some people be having guns, or they might try to get one. Jack of Hearts. Ooh. Okay, Jack of Hearts. Where you at? Here we go. Ooh, I gotta use the bathroom. Initially, I wanted to go on live and do like a one question read for people, but didn't work out like that. So this was the next option. I'm really shitty with keeping up with the videos or whatever. It's like I got a time span if I want to do it, but then distractions. It don't even be my fault. I'm the type of person, like, I'm the hermit. Definitely do not mind sitting to self, because I've done it for a very long time as a kid, trying to isolate from everybody or whatever. Unconscious thoughts, or just going outside and leaving people in the house so they don't bother me. Like, I do not like drama. It's irritating as fuck. Okay. Unconscious thoughts coming to surface, contemplation. So if you having dreams, those dreams usually have meanings to them. Some people, you can either figure it out on your own, or you can look into people that are able to interpretate what it is that you have seen and tell you what the message may be behind it. But definitely pay attention to whatever it is that you're seeing. Dreams. I've been having so many dreams lately, and I was just complaining like before July or whatever that I'm not having no dreams. Where my dreams at? And then boom, having a bunch of them now. And some of them are weird. Some of them are like, just what, huh? And then some of them they make sense, and then sometimes they don't. Like, some dreams, I don't know, you will be able to figure them out like down the road, or some dreams you can't interpret them just yet because you got to learn something first behind it. And then boom, that's when you see like a deja vu moment. Okay, Eight of Hearts. In case I didn't show the card or whatever. The Moon. subtlety, mystery, instinct. Um, when I said subtlety, I heard fertility. So, mystery, instinct. You might be either keeping a pregnancy on the low, depending on who it is, because some people you just be like, I don't give a fuck if you know what's going on, because it's not like I owe you anything or I'm gonna be around you for long. So if you know something, then it is what it is. Obviously, I'm telling you for a reason. um sub hold on, wait, subtlety. Yeah, that's what it is. Mystery, instinct. Um, there are going to be a couple of full moons soon. And a lot of people take, well, yeah, definitely a lot of people take the full moon seriously because a lot of attitudes are different, personalities change. Um, it definitely does affect people drastically. Cause you can definitely tell the difference. Because what, like, full moons last basically like a week. You can see how you act one moment before the full moon started, and then see how you act like after, because you'll definitely tell the difference. But for whatever reason, I think that these full moons will definitely impact people's lives a lot because they are towards the end of the year. Holidays are like wrapped in right into it. People have a lot of karmic cycles that they're going through. So it's definitely going to impact people personally, and it doesn't make a difference as far as what sign you are. The full moon is within Sagittarius, and I've been keeping up on like the moons and the other planets and the way their cycles have been. And there was one period of time where it said that Mars and I think Venus and the moon were in a triangle. And if you think about triangles, they have like the Bermuda Triangle. It has some type of magical purpose behind it. If you look in the sky, I have been looking and I've been seeing the different constellations, and for real, I don't believe that they have changed. They are still the same, because I saw like 3 different dots in a line and it was lit as fuck to me. But 3 different dots, which is 3 different planets, aligned, and they all have different purposes. 2 of spades. And I still think that Venus, Mars, and the moon are still in that triangle, even though people said that, like scientists said that it would only last for like a couple days, or you would only be able to see it for so many days. You can still see it. Okay, 2 of spades. I'm over here at 9 and shit. Okay. Peace through self-discipline, freedom from distraction. The Hangman. Oh, that's what this one is. Okay. The Hangman. And it's in the upright. Interesting. When I think about Hangman, if you ever pay attention to how you sleep, and some people, I just was talking about this, some people you can be in your soulmate relationship depending on, like, if you believe in reincarnation and your past life or whatever, whatever happened in your past life, if you were either done wrong in the most fucked up way, you have the opportunity to be able to fix whatever it is that you were done wrong for. That is for one type of soulmate. Then there are other soulmates where you fucked up your life. You probably don't even deserve another chance, but you still got the chance, and you either have to do hella shit to be able to fix your relationship, and probably can't even either meet that person, or you met that person, you got to come back to them later on down in the road in order to be able to be with them like you want to. Soulmates, like I said in my other video, they have similar facial features, body features, and all of that one shit. You'll definitely be able to figure out. You have multiple, but you have a specific one that you relate to the most. Peace through self-discipline, from freedom from distraction. So we had freedom earlier during the future read, and for it to come back in the clarification, which obviously it will, but the card wasn't in the future read. So as a clarification, it's just showing that there will definitely be a moment in time where distractions will no longer bother you, and you will be at peace with yourself, and in a positive way. Some people walking around, I just told somebody, like, you walking around like a zombie because you can't sleep. You got demons in your dreams or whatever because of whatever it is that you done did in your life that you knew was fucked up. So now you have to pay for it in your sleep. So some people just walking around here can't sleep. But for Ophiucus, I don't believe that that is the case for you. For most people, even if you are still, like, single or on the journey to being able to make it to, because I know everybody want that happy ending, be in a relationship. Some people can't be in a relationship. You just gotta be a hoe. You can't do nothing else but be a hoe. You gotta marry multiple people in order to be with the one person that you want to be with, or you gotta sleep around and y'all gotta have like an agreement or whatever in order for you to be with that person. Okay, Jack of Spades, caution, and then we have potential at the bottom of it. I don't believe that this one really has to do with caution, unless it's just like continue to be cautious with the things that you do with your life to make sure you can stay focused to get to where you want to be at. And potential, I believe that there are plenty of people that have potential. It's just on if you believe that with yourself. I just want to say, like, stay strong-minded or whatever. 3 of clubs here. Boom. Down there opened up right to the page. Okay. But not exactly. I had to turn the page. So, efforts rewarded, success in business. So, it's in the upright. With business, it is always something that you got to do to work your way up to the top, depending on what type of situation it is and who you work with and what you have to do. You can either be that kiss ass type of person where you just be nice all the time, do whatever anybody asks you to do, and then boom, you promote it. Or you could be that type of person, like in the music business, where you gotta sleep your way up to the top, in order to be able to get that hit single, that Grammy or whatever it is. Um, but in this case, I don't think that you got to be sleeping your way up to the top. If anything, you're going to go through probably some stressful situations to be able to get to where you want to be, but it's definitely going to be worth it in the long run. We got the Queen of Spades here. Strategy, intelligence, ambition. Okay? Now, this is funny because if you ever be on certain dating websites or whatever, and there are some people that are big bold and just be putting on their profile that they not that ambitious. Like, what is your purpose of being on this dating site for if you ain't gonna be ambitious? Basically, you just looking for a booty call. Strategy, intelligence, ambition. Okay, that was just like a short, funny story, but it might go along with the reading because there are some people probably doing stuff that they ain't supposed to be doing. Strategy. I just think that this still has to go along with you planning things out, figuring things out as far as what you're gonna do, what's your next move to make it to whatever the goal is that you're trying to make it to. And you're trying to be smart about it and not be too what is the word that I'm looking for? Not to be too I think like vigorous, like that might be the word. Not too pushy or rushy about the situation, even though things can happen different ways and still work out. But you know, I commend the intelligence as far as trying to figure things out in the best way possible and be patient about it in some ways. Alright, we have the three of diamonds. Fuck out of here. Three of diamonds. Here we are. Craftsmanship, successful collaboration, admiration. And we just had the Queen of Spades with intelligence, and then another card before it, but for whatever reason can't remember. Usually I can, but you know, problems in the spiritual warfare or whatever. Three of diamonds. It seems like Ophiucus, you're taking interesting. This is funny because I had somebody, I was working or whatever, and I guess I should listen to certain things that other people say that might make sense, but it make me irritated a little bit. But they pointed to my stomach and they said, they said God is saying that you are not, basically like taking your craft seriously and taking your skills and using them to the best of your abilities, basically. And at first I was like, what? And then I told him that I was best friends with the devil, which I think was not the best thing to say, but it is, it's okay. Um, so you probably have the same situation where you have like a talent. I have bunches, but I have favorites. I think certain ones I won't be able to do, but we'll see what happens throughout life. You never know. Um, Successful collaboration. Um, you may be working with a group of people that are in some way similar to you, and um, it's like I'm on speedy through this one. Okay, uh, successful collaboration. Okay, so successful collaboration and admiration. I think those two definitely. Well, all of it goes together, but the explanation that I'm about to have goes with this one. So you may be either working with someone that admires you, or you are working with someone and you admire them, which it doesn't make a difference. It's just, it depends on what your situation is. Um, you probably are good at whatever it is that you do, but because of the society that we live in, you gotta have a license for everything, unfortunately. Sometimes you can get away with it for so long, but it don't always feel good to be like under somebody else's wing and and not be able to be at your best abilities on your own and be able to travel and probably make more of yourself than what you probably was doing before. Okay. So, five of diamonds in reverse. Yo, I gotta use the bathroom. I might read this card and pause so that I can use restroom, or probably, depending on the way this memory set up, I might just upload this part and then upload the second one, the second half. So this kind of reminds me of the High Priestess, but it's the Hierophant in reverse. Tradition, spiritual authority, deception. Definitely deception. Spiritual authority. Um, yeah. Tradition. There's no tradition here. It seemed like okay, you're going about things in your own type of way. Like there are traditions of how things should be. Like people expect you to like um not lose your virginity before you get into the relationship, um get into a marriage or whatever, and then you can lose your virginity and go through the honeymoon stage and have a baby and all of that shit. But it seemed like things with Ophiucus is different. You coming up with your own kind of tradition, and it's different from like any other type of tradition in the world, basically. Deception, you're more than likely definitely deceitful, even though, like I said, you're the type of person that you can give out some great ass advice, but you don't really take the advice to yourself, which is kind of something that you should think about. and spiritual authority. Um, like I said, spiritual warfare. We got people that you can probably be hearing, gods and goddesses or whatever in the universe, and they're telling you the way and the route of what you should do and where you should go and how you should fix things. You can't expect one person to go about doing things the right way without there being some type of fuckery in the process because of your own actions in the process. But like I said, with the traditional part, it may be a part of whatever it is that you're trying to do that is untraditional. 10 of diamonds. I did say I was gonna go to the bathroom, but I think that I can wait. Okay, a choice of security over risk, enjoyment of wealth. Okay, so the green part is the enjoyment of wealth, and the yellow part is a choice of security over risk. So, like I was just explaining, for the untraditional way of fuckery or whatever, a choice of security over risk. Obviously, you feel like you are secure in your situation regardless of what risks you take. Enjoyment of wealth. You're definitely probably taking enjoyment of your wealth in certain ways, but there's always a repercussion because of the risks that you decide to take. 5 of clubs. That is so interesting. We got 5, 10, and then 5. The irony and shit. Okay. Boom. The devil. You know, I be forgetting the definitions of these cards because I definitely would not have thought that this card would be the devil card. It's blue. It's blue with fire at the bottom. Now I get the fire, but not the blue, okay? Temptation, attachment, and control. Um, Ophiucus could definitely be a controlling type of person. You can definitely be a clingy type of person in your own kind of way. And temptations, you probably have temptations to do things that you don't even want to do, but just to be an ass about shit, you still gonna try to do it anyways, just to see what's gonna happen afterwards. And we have the Ace of Hearts, the Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, I was just there, and then it just said nope. Emotional, spiritual, or creative flow. For this to be in the reverse, it can have, like I said, it can be two ways that you can look at things. Actually, I should say it's two different types of people in the situation. It's always a two-way street. There's always a positive and a negative person, or you could just be that type of person where you have some positivity and then some negativity. You keep a balance or whatever, or you just don't keep a balance at all. But It seems like you are the type of person that is not being real with yourself at all in any way, shape, or form. Mentally, you have some moments where you are being real, like from time to time, but then there are other moments where you're not, which it can definitely be taking a toll on you. Um, in the worst kind of way possible. It can be fucking up your health too. Um, Holding in emotions definitely is something that does not do good for you. Some people you gotta vent or talk to God or something, like or just talk to yourself and or write it down. Like some people make it seem like talking to yourself is weird as fuck, but sometimes just being there with yourself, getting it out instead of consistently thinking about it over and over, it does help. um Creative flow. um for some people, you may be having a moment where creative flow is not happening right now, or in the future, it might be taking a pause, or it might just not be like something that you're focusing on. Um, I think that's it for that one. We got the Four of Diamonds in reverse. Hesitation to help others, preoccupation with material possessions. So we must be really, like we talked about one half of Ophiucus, like, and what they have as a possibility, which is interesting because usually it's kind of like all over the place, and like with my readings, and the cards is like jumbled in, and you gotta kind of just figure out like where you sit in this type of situation. But as with this reading, it's like the good first, depending on whatever it is you're going through, and then now we getting into, it seems like, I could be wrong, but it seems like now we getting into the negative half of people that are fucking up in their lives or whatever. um Hesitation to help others, preoccupation with material things. I always think material things come and go, depending on what the material thing is. Don't put so much pressure, or don't put so much emphasis on the things that you have, because you can always lose them. And don't expect people to be feeling sorry or whatever for you in the process. Hesitation to help others. Obviously, this is